Change is a choice, and if you choose to change, you're at the right place. Welcome to this week's video. One of my colleagues pulled 210 kilos on a sumo deadlift. As you could see, he's really happy about it. For me, it was week 2 of training cycle 2. I had to start off with an MR10 session on squats. This means that I could do as many repetitions as I could, but I could not go over 10 repetitions. As you can see on the screen, I got all 10 of them. I put on the screen as well what I got previous time. It's an increase of 7.5 kilos and 1 repetition more. It's a decent increase in my opinion. The highlights of this week you can find in the description below. If you didn't skip ahead, you saw me finishing the squats. Now I jumped over into deadlift variations. I did some paused deadlifts, conventional and sumo this time. Previous training cycle, one of my colleagues or both, I can't remember, told me to try lift on socks only. So that's what I did in the third one here, and I actually start to like it more than with shoes. So in future videos you probably will see me deadlifting on socks more often. This is the last rep. You can see me struggling quite much. I fail, and then there he is. He's sexually harassing me in the gym. He could have walked behind the bench press, but no, he had to go dick to dick. So that's a traumatic experience in the gym. Later this week I fail as well, and you'll see another solution instead of getting raped in the gym that you can do. You'll also notice that I sped up quite a lot of the videos. It's to keep the videos shorter. Now it's around 70 minutes I think, and before it was almost half an hour. So I hope it doesn't bother you too much. And if it does, well, bummer. We arrived at day 3, some more squatting. After this there will be 8 sets of back-off squats, 3 repetitions each with 92.5 kilos I believe, or 90, no it's 90. Previous cycle, or I mean previous training cycle, I did 87.5 times 10, so I do think this is an improvement. One guy that I know who also lifts gave me the advice that I should focus on keeping my whole foot on the ground. I had some elevation of the ground on the heel, so I do focus more on this whenever I think about it. Sometimes it happens that, well, I just forget I'm focusing on the movement itself. In the next clips you can see a little bit more of my heels, yeah. Okay, so here it's pretty okay, but you can see that my foot is not stable yet, so I'll have to work on this one in the future.
Yeah.
Steff asked me how much I could military press or overhead press for 5 times. I had no idea, so I put 60 kilos on the bar and I tried it. It was 6 times. He told me he wanted to make a reply video. I told him no, you don't have to, but well, he insisted, so I'm looking forward to that one. So after a good training, you need to eat, and let's see what we got. Spaghetti in the bag. I had to get between 6 and 8 repetitions. This is the 7th one, which is pretty hard, but I had to try another one. It took me around almost 10 seconds, I think it's more like 9, to try and get it up, but I failed miserably, as you can see here. Because there were no safety pins on there, I was able to do this, which was a good thing because there were no other people in the gym at all. Later this week the same thing happens to me and I solve it in the same way without safety pins. If there were safety pins on there, I don't even know if they called safety pins. I think it's safety clips. If there were any safety clips on there, I would probably still be in the gym with the weight on me and I'll probably would be dead. Here you can see the warm-up I do every time before I bench press. This is called shoulder dislocations. You take some wide grip and start doing the movement, then you take a more narrow grip and do it again. These are exercises for the rotator cuffs. You don't need a heavy weight at all. I believe this was 3.5 kilos. Then I usually do 10 times bar, some lighter weight to warm up, and here it's some heavier weight with lower repetitions, and then I set up, and this is the actual bench pressing I do. I believe this is 92.5 kilos. I had to try it for as many reps as possible. I only got 11, and as you can see on the screen, previous training cycle I got 95 kilos for 12 reps, which was a mistake. I had to try 90 at that time, but well, mistakes happen. So actually I performed worse on this day. Could be that it's a bad day, or it could be that I'm losing gains. It's both a possibility. Okay, so I'm about to fail again. There are no safety clips in there, so I can safely remove the plates from the bar and save my life. Do I think safety clips are bad all the time? Of course not. On squats and deadlift you can use them because you can basically drop the bar if you fail, but on bench press I do think it's better not to use them at all. Why didn't I got this out? Doesn't matter. Okay, so that's it for this week, Body Dedication Nation. See you next week, and Steff, don't forget to post your reply video of the overhead press.